Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you for joining us once again here under these pressing circumstances. My name is Cara Klajra. Welcome to Hyperfixations podcast episode number 4. Let's get into it. A troubling new update, if you will. Putting a little more blush on because I just don't think I don't think I'm quite camera ready. You decide. You be the judge. Ta-da! I'm going to lightly touch on the dad-daughter dream team interview controversy, but really, we're not going to get too much into that. Basically, the gist of it all is that Hannah X. Marie, a TikToker who has taken 1 credit of psychology courses at possibly a post-secondary school, but this has neither been confirmed nor denied, was scheduled to interview for a second time the dad and daughter dream team, aka Sarah and Patrick Getchell. Now, the morning of Saturday, yesterday, a post heard round the world showing Hannah's support for ICE. A couple hours later, her entire TikTok page was deactivated. A few hours after that, Patrick Getchell, as fast as the crow flies, deleted his TikTok page. With an interview set for just mere hours later, the internet was on the edge of their seats, waiting to see, would the Getchells show? Would Hannah show? Was any of this real? Are they cousins? What's going on? Well, they ghosted. And that's really all we have as of right now. In other news, and this is called Round Top. Now, Round Top, Cara, what is that? I was like you, just a few days ago. That's neither here nor there. Round Top. I thought this was maybe a music festival. It sort of looked like a Coachella, a stagecoach situation. Well, no. They actually named after the city of which it is based out of. Round Top is a small town in Texas. Has a very small population, hello tofu, of 87 people. Okay? Follow me. Stay with me now. Twice a year, this small town swells to 100,000. Does this not sound like another festival that I covered that takes place not in the hills of Texas, but in the desert of Nevada? Burning Man. So Round Top is actually a antique festival.
About 100, but twice a year they have this huge antique festival. And today's our first day, and we kicked off the trip at Paul Michael. I got this pretty little amber onyx bowl for about $20. We checked out the holiday house that they set up, and then we went to the antique stores in Market Hill. And I fell in love with this antique chair. Then it was $1,500.
Clothing. And at first, I can't even lie, there were a lot of outfits that I really liked. And unfortunately, I kind of have figured out that I may have unintentionally invented the round top costume, if you will.
They expect me to use that?
When I wear a trucker hat, and I have many, and I enjoy wearing a trucker hat, I'm not going to stop wearing a trucker hat just because of round up, round top, round down. I'm not going to stop, okay? Just because Magnolia Pearl is here, you know, to save the day.
Are you guys on Round Top Talk? I am obsessed. This is my impression. Here's the fit. Fringe is all of the rage. I'm wearing all of my turquoise and my jewelry that I got at Round Top the last couple of years. Just something simple and casual, you know. Okay, anyway, on to what I scored. Okay, first of all, there's this giant leather giraffe. Chad and I have been wanting to redo Braden's room and animals, and this is perfect, and we got it at a steal for only $900. Now, you can't leave Round Top without a hat, and I found this beautiful straw number with this wild turkey feather from the hill country, of course. It's gonna be perfect for spring, you know, not too much. And I also got this great felt hat, and I'm gonna have it branded right here with my logo, so that makes it really, really mine. Look, you guys, amazing. And both of the hats were only $7,000. And of course, I had to stop by my favorite boutique, Trash and Treasures, and I found the most amazing pair of 7-stitch cowboy boots. They're already broken in, so comfortable, only $1,200. And I am not making fun of these women. I'm truly not. This is all satire because I am genuinely obsessed. I have been talking about getting dressed every day, and these chicks are literally putting on everything that they own and hitting this flea market. And paying these exorbitant amounts of money for leather goods and Western wear. And it's, a more round top, please.
Here's one. That's not gonna work. Okay, so a lot of necklaces. Now the camo, I was just wearing this already, but I think that would be approved actually. Now, I've dressed this way for most of my life, and I call this maximalism. But, you know, who knew? Okay. So now I have 17 necklaces that I could easily choke on or get stuck in my hair. Like that. Now, the unfortunate thing is that I like this style of... How you doing? Welcome to the roundup. Why are they wearing the hats backwards? Because, like, here's the regular way. Okay. And then here's backwards. And then also they have a lot of rings on. The highlights that I saw. A woman purchasing a $1,600 Snoopy coat. The coat was made out of an old, crusty blanket. I'm going to put in the clip now.
Oh, yes, it's Snoopy. Yes, it was expensive. It's very well made. It was a vintage quilt, and the construction's amazing. Now, a lot of y'all have made comments about how it just seems like I've wasted my money. I've lost my mind, different things like that. The coat was $1,600.
In this economy, girl, bye. So it's just a very interesting aesthetic going down in the round top, because it's like really, really rich people dressed, trying to all look very eccentric, but looking eccentric and maximalist in the exact same way. Now, I don't know a ton about this person, but what I've heard is maybe not the best, and oops, I might get canceled for this, but it kind of reminds me of the style that Briley Hussey, she's married to this guy, Marcus King. Briley King is her new name. So she was kind of becoming a phenomenon on TikTok a couple weeks ago for her rendition of the singing of the song, the night the lights went out in Georgia. And she's singing it all like happy and giddy, and wore a lamp dress that she said was homemade, but also made by Hermes. How does that work? First of all, whatever. She kind of dresses that way. So it's the big hat, the big sunglasses, big earrings, 17 necklaces, some kind of country theme, camo, necktie, bolo tie, and then this amount of hand jewelry. And then you're a star. You're a star, baby. You're a star. Okay, so the requirements to go to the festival, again, just to kind of cover the bases, must be white, rich, blondes are preferred, brown hairs, I believe, are able to attend, but they have to kind of stand in a different area. Preferred size would be a 0 to a 2, so us fatties who are, 10s, 12, 14, we actually have to go sit in a different barnyard area altogether. So they don't, us bigger individuals, they don't really want us, at least in where the photos are going to be taken. I believe they may even put a little, like a pig pen, you might say, a little pen around us. The brown hairs and over a size 6, we will be sequestered away from the general population. Now, I did hear that they will have wine and cake in there, so Godspeed. Bunions must not, no bunions, because there is a lot of walking around on uneven dirt in a field, a cornfield maybe, or a soybean field, or just a prairie field, in cowboy boots that are very tall and skinny, and so feet like mine, which would probably make me exempt from having to serve in a war. Also my mental illness and also my eyesight. I would have quite a few exceptions to be able to, dodge the draft, if you will. So I hope that kind of sums it up. Frankly, I didn't really get it, and all of a sudden it came over my feed, and it is what it is. I want to just mention one other thing. The makeup, it must be Republican makeup. So no, I do apologize to the leftists and liberals here. Do something a little more Republican. I believe Bare Minerals is still in operation.
Proof that I have been dressing round top before it was a thing.
We must discuss the Learning Channel. What is going on with the broadcast television network, formerly known as the Learning Channel? Now it is known as TLC, the Learning Channel. Spell it with me. The Learning Channel is absolutely wilding out, and I am here for it.
We need to discuss the television network that is known as the Learning Channel, TLC. So let's see, 1,000-pound roomies, Alaskan women looking for love, My 600-Pound Life, Return to Amish, My Big Fat Fabulous Life, High School Moms, 1,000-Pound Sisters, MILF Manor 2, which implies there was a MILF Manor 1, Breaking Amish. So if you're, okay, the little couples, they like when you're either small or very large. Extreme Sisters, Extreme Couponing, Seeking Brother Husband. Okay. I like the Pimple Popper. Too large. Botched bariatrics. Take my tumor. My teen is pregnant and so am I. Addicted to marriage. You, me, and my ex. Skin tight. Polyfamily. Virgin. And then randomly the Baldwins. With Hilaria. Crack addicts. I mean, are you kidding me? Bad hair day. So that's maybe about bald people. 1,000-pound best friends. What? World's fattest man. Awake love. Or awake surgery for forbidden love. My giant life. Too fat to transition. Oh my god. My DNA mystery. Doctor down below. Tattoo girl.
Every single show on the Learning Channel network is either I'm a very small person, here's my life, or I am an extremely large person, here's my life. They are into extremes. They are into extreme couponing, extreme sisters, extreme mother. There's even a show called Smothered. There is a show called Seeking a Brother Husband, Seeking a Sister Wife. As we all know, Sister Wives was one of the bright shining stars to come out of that network, as well as the entire franchise, which is the 90 Day Fiancé saga, which I do love. Now, there's one particular show on there and it is called My Strange Addiction. And there is an episode of this show called My Strange Addiction where there is an individual who is married to a Ferris wheel named Bruce. Without further ado, please roll the clip.
My name is Linda. I'm 56 years old. I live outside of Tampa, Florida with my husband of 3 years. I am happily married to a carnival ride called a skydiver. His name is Bruce, and we've known each other since 1981. My first relationship was with an airplane. The last serious relationship I had before I met Bruce was with a locomotive. That didn't work out. Some women like tall men. Some women like men with a colorful personality. He's got all of that, you know, and to me, I mean, Bruce is just amazing when he stands up and just being spread out.
I am also interested in potentially joining your network, the Learning Channel. I would like to go on a show where maybe you do an extreme makeover of my whole body, like I become a different person. Or maybe you rip down my house and build me a mansion that's themed like the Disney universe or something. We can kind of workshop that out. I just think I have the face, the personality, the je ne sais quoi. As you will, to really excel at a career in reality television. The Learning Channel, I may be available for work, so please send me a message and let's figure something out. I think this could be a mutually beneficial business deal for the both of us. Thank you for your consideration to this time-sensitive matter. I'm definitely still drunk from yesterday. Ugh. In spooky news this week, 3 scary costume people came and bothered a woman at a home in her Virginia. This is the stuff of my actual fucking nightmares. Now, this woman's chilling. I don't know what time of night it was, but it was dark. Darkness have fallen. And 3 scary costumed individuals came up to her door. Now, at first you might say, oh, okay, they're trick-or-treaters. First of all, they looked larger size, like teen to adult, medium-sized human beings. So I don't think these were children. And second of all, I don't think they were playing around. The next part is that they are not wearing welcoming costumes. You know, they're not the 3 Musketeers or the 3 Powerpuff Girls. They are 3 scary, murderous looking gents. Probably guys. They take turns, the 3 of them, walking up to the door, banging on it, and trying to literally jiggle open her door. Okay, Car, don't do that. Try to jiggle open her door, and this is my other biggest fear. She is like on the Ring doorbell, and she's like communicating with them a little bit, and they're saying something, and she just keeps saying, what? And then, huh? And then, what? That would be me, because I can't hear anything. And so, would I be saying what and huh and instead of just calling 911? I don't know. Roll the clip. Here we go.
Worst nightmare. Your worst nightmare. Open it. Boom. Nigga, you come out when we coming in.
Who is it?
Open up the door before we make our way inside. Open up the door.
So I hate that. That's really frightening, and I really hope they catch those people because that seemed very sinister and not just like a goofy prank. Also, like, don't do your pranks when it involves other people. Like, I just don't get it. Okay, moving right along to other spooky news. This is coming to us from the planet, the red planet, the giant red, as they call it. They call him Big Red, where I'm from. And that would be the planet Mars. Now, I saw a video this week on the internet, and I am now hyperfixated on Mars. The video is from one of those robotic wheeled dog things that kind of scoot around up on Mars. What they do, I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you. This is a science podcast, but I don't know anything about science. Anyway, so the dog, it's called Rover, I believe. That's why I'm getting the dog reference.
Rover, since Guardian over.
So Rover took a video, a nice panoramic shot, if you will, of the Mars landscape. Now, the landscape is very interesting. It looks like it could be a desert. Some may even say it looks like a green screen. Well, I don't take it that far, but I will say that there were some interesting things that I saw when watching this clip. I will put it here. People in the comments are wiling out because there is a perfectly shaped circle sphere just chilling on the ground on Mars. I don't know if it's a ball, if it's a toy, if it's a boogle sphere. It's a mystery, and it's unsolved. And that'll be next week on Coulda, Shoulda Solved the Mystery.com with Carmen Sandiego. This one shocked me. Okay, this is telling some turquoise. The woman looked her dead in the eye and said, 28,000.
Where in the world is
Carmen Sandiego? Yeah!
Hyperfixation meal is cooking in the kitchen.
Cooking on the Kitchen with Kara Jera.
For my ADHD girls, gays, and theys, we have got something delicious for you, and you're going to like what you see. I guarantee it. In a pot, not a pot, a pan, a big sheet pan, you are going to combine the following items: carrots, Brussels sprouts, mushroom, sausage of your choice cut up into little bits, or a different meat that you like, but I did sausage, onion, cherry tomatoes, olive oil, balsamic, salt and pepper to taste, chili oil potentially, and a bit of butter. So before you do anything else, you're going to take the carrots and Brussels sprouts. I buy the ones that are already pre-washed and whatever, they're in the bag.
It's gonna take a fork and I stab the bag, okay? That's my radio.
Then you're going to put it in the microwave for like 2 minutes. I don't know if you're allowed to put plastic in the microwave like that. I've been doing it for years. I'm still alive. Okay, carrying on. So yeah, get the carrots and Brussels sprouts kind of cooked in the bag for a little bit, so then everything will cook at the same time. Okay, mushrooms. You're going to want to wash them because mushrooms, actually, believe it or not, they come from the dirt. They come from the earth, and sometimes they have dirt on them. Now, for me, I think eating dirt is cool, but you might be more health conscious than I. So you're going to want to wash them mushrooms and exfoliate them, excuse me, and then you cut those up like in halves, okay? Then same thing with your sausage. I used Impossible brand, and that's like a vegetarian vegan one, but you could use whatever you want. That consistency was like a little mushy, but probably different kinds might be better, but just chop up a little protein situation. You could also add like a can of chickpeas if you wanted. And then I also don't measure anything. This is just listen to your heart, I would say, is the number one ingredient. A whole shitload of cherry tomatoes. It was probably a cup to 2 cups of cherry tomatoes. They were like almost about to not be good anymore, and this is like a great way to use them up. Also, it just makes the sauce basically for these, because they get the cherry tomatoes cooked with everything and they kind of explode, and that creates the sauce. So then a top of all your stuff, okay, it's assembled, and then you're going to do a generous amount of olive oil. And I like the one brand is called like Drizzle or something, Sizzle. It's green. It's really good. And then balsamic. So I like to do the balsamic glaze, but you can also get just like regular old balsamic vinaigrette. That works too. And just a generous amount of that. Okay, and then salt and pepper to taste. And then if you're like me, you like a little spicy crunch, they have that chili oil, crunchy chili oil. Put like a spoonful of that on there too. And then just like maybe 3 pads of butter, just sort of spaced out on top, just to help everything kind of brown. And then you're going to put that in an oven at 425, and you're going to cook that for approximately 35 minutes-ish. And then right when it's done, yank that sucker out using hot hand tools so you don't burn yourself. Okay, I'm not looking for any lawsuits now. And then you're going to add some cheese on top. I did some fresh mozzarella balls, and then you could also add gnocchi if you want. There's this really cheap potato gnocchi, and you can cook it like that with all this stuff, and it's delicious. You're gonna like what you see, I guarantee it. Give that a whirl, and comment below if you ate it and you lived to tell the tale. AI is rotting my brain because I watched this video this week probably 40 times, and the first 35 seconds I kept thinking it was real.
This is on. Feel comfortable?
I think so.
Little spin to open the joints. Here we go.
Wait. Oh my.
And tap the
Mercy.
wall. There's one.
Second wall. Pop. Oof.
June, harness is on. Feel comfortable?
I think so.
Little spin to open the joints. Here we go.
Wait. Oh my.
And tap the
Mercy.
wall. There's one.
Second wall. Pop. Oof.
June, harness is on. Feel comfortable?
I think so.
Little spin to open the joints. Here we go.
Wait. Oh my.
And tap the
Mercy.
wall. There's one.
Second wall. Pop. Oof.
June, harness is on.
These are perilous times we are in.
Perilous times are coming. Perilous times are coming.
You know, I saw in a dream in the future, I do not know the time, young people, I would say teenagers, maybe, wow, maybe 20-year-olds, that's right. They were crying. 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 They were crying.
Perilous times are coming. Perilous times are coming. Perilous times are coming. Perilous times are coming. You said you better breathe that. Better breathe that. Better breathe that. You said you better breathe that. Better breathe that. Better breathe that. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I hope you enjoyed it, because I know that I did.
Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. Once again, under these unprecedented circumstances. I apologize for my appearance, my glass eyes. I am passing away, and this may be the last time you ever see me. In the arms of the angels, far away from here, and in the lonely and the abyss that you build, so God to build. Have a great day. Take care of yourselves. Take care of the planet. Take care of your people. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Oh, yeah! Woo!